So I figured I'd do a video on installing a sleeve hitch on a round fender, because there's a lot of confusion on what all you need and what's included and stuff like that. A lot of times you see them on eBay, and it'll either be just the hitch portion like this right here, or it'll be the lift cable, or it'll be missing a bracket, or it'll be missing a pulley, etc., etc. So what I figure I'd do is make one video over, just kind of what all is included in a round fender sleeve hitch, and then I would do another video doing the install. Done one of these in the past and it didn't turn out all that great, so figured this one might be a little helpful. So what all you need for a round fender sleeve hitch, there are two different types of round fender hitches, and I have both types here, and the big difference is prior to 1965, some of the earlier hitches don't really know where the brake was, but if you look at their assembly, they'll be welded right here. So you have the main portion of the hitch, and then you have this upper portion which controls the lift, and it's welded right here. But if you look at some of the newer hitches, or the late model hitches, you'll see that this upper piece actually comes all the way down over this lower arm right here. So that's really the only big differences between the years of hitches. A lot of times folks get excited about, well, I have this hitch and whatnot. It really doesn't matter. They're both functional. If you're a collector, obviously, if you have a 63 or 64, this hitch right here would be more important than say this hitch right here, but they're both very functional. The welds, I'm guessing, were changed for strength reasons or some type of failure. So even though they're both functional, I think the newer hitch is probably the better design. So the hitch itself is completely different from the square fender or the hitches on the closed frame hydrostatic tractors. So it's a lot narrower. And then the overall structure is different. So a round fender hitch is specific to a round fender. So the other thing that you would need to connect the round fender hitch to the rear of the tractor is this bracket right here. Actually, this still has the old part number on it, AM30222. When I repainted it, I opted to leave that original part number. I would have preferred just to leave it all original, but it was so badly rusted that they needed a complete repaint. But this bracket goes on the back of the tractor. It goes on the back of the tractor like so. Oops. Let me get my orientation right here. Like so. It fits back there. And then also with that bracket, on the back of the tractor, you'll need this bracket right here. This bracket right here goes in these two bolt holes right here, and it's the hold-up bracket. It attaches to this chain right here, and that will hold the sleeve hitch up. You also need, underneath the tractor, you'll need the lift cable, and the lift cable will attach, this end will attach to the lift, and this end right here will attach to the rear portion of the lift, which comes out of the back of the machine. And I'll go over this in the assembly video. It attaches just like that. This portion right here goes in the back of the tractor like that, and that's what lifts the sleeve hitch up. It basically attaches to the bolt right there. There are some differences in the years of sleeve hitches. This bracket is a little different. It's more angled, and also this, instead of this knob on the end and these clevises, it is just a wire that has been tied together with I'm trying to think of the name of the crimp tool, but anyway, or the crimping mechanism. But anyway, they're a little different. And then you'll need the pulley that goes underneath the tractor, which is right here. This lift cable will run over this pulley like this. And then depending on if your machine is a manual or a hydro lift machine, if it's a manual lift, you will most likely want the helper spring. The helper spring helps you lift the implement if you have the manual lift. If you have the hydraulic lift, you don't need the helper spring. So that's the components of a round fender sleeve hitch, and kind of some of the differences in them. And so hopefully that's helpful.